Okay, we're live.
Welcome everyone to Hack Shack Studios. I'm Art T. Bear. With me is Taylor Grosso, and this is a huge day at the studio here. We have just made available a new book. Well, it's an already done book that's been in storage, but we're reissuing it for a whole new crowd, which is the Indiegogo crowd and the Comicsgate crowd. And it's my art book, Oodles of Doodles and other stuff too. So, how do you feel about this so far, Taylor?
I'm excited. I'm very excited. How do you feel about it, Art?
Oh my gosh. Before we even got it fully loaded up or booted up on the Indiegogo site, we were already making sales. So the art book is doing quite well. So thank you, everyone. And yeah, I mean, this is a big day. So we're probably going to be a little overly excited for this edition of Hacks Chat.
You want to take a look at the campaign?
Yes, I do. Where are we?
Let's get on over here. All right. This is the campaign, the black and white campaign, obviously, in the Indemand store. And of course, black and white will remain in demand until we go to printing. But you may have noticed some new perks, like this one right here.
Wait a minute.
What could it be?
It is the Oodles art book.
And there's only 119 available.
And 22 have sold already?
Man, if I was going to buy one of these, I sure wouldn't be waiting around because these are going to go pretty fast.
It's only been a little over an hour.
Crazy.
These might not last the night. But we need to back up, you guys. Thank you so much, and thanks for always supporting this. You guys are the best, and I'm already overwhelmed at the response, so thank you.
It's awesome. Thank you, guys. So, of course, we got Oodles, and this is the, I don't want to say the add-on tier, but this is the solo Oodles perk. And the cool thing about this, we were talking about this morning, if you read our latest update, is since this book is already printed, it will be ready to ship when you order it. So we'll probably be shipping them on like a monthly basis or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking every month we'll tally the orders, and then we'll send books out at the end of the month. So we'll be able to ship this before black and white. So that's a great thing about the art book. And that's really the biggest reason we did it, because we need to kind of keep the lights on here at Hack Shack Studios. So we thought this would be a great way to give you guys something at the same time, kind of paying the bills around here. So so far it looks like this little experiment is working. So thank you again. Yeah, so we have other perks too, though, don't we?
Yeah, but since this, like I was saying, since this book is already ready to go, it won't take time away from us working on black and white, so we can get some cash inflow to Hack Shack while we work on black and white.
Yes.
So the other tiers we have is we have the print package A, so you guys can see these prints right here. I'm going to give you guys a closer look at this, actually. Let's jump over to Photoshop. Okay, so we got 3 separate print packages. We got print package A, which you can see right here, is the cable print, the Black Widow print. I always almost call her Scarlet Witch because of the actress name being Scarlett Johansson. And then we got the Wolverine print. And these are in a special size that you're only going to be able to get in this print package A.
Yes.
And that, of course, comes with the Oodles book, if that wasn't clear. And we got print package B, which is, it's almost the inadvertent redhead print package.
We want the redhead.
So you can get this print package and print package B. Like I said, it's a special size you can only get in this print package. And then print package C, which these have never been before printed. They're commissions from various times. And I don't know, this one's pretty cute. I can't believe we haven't done anything with this one before.
The Mary Jane, yeah.
They're all very cool, but this one's pretty adorable. You're gonna want that. So you can get it in print package C, and of course you get the book as well. And then outside of those tiers,
as if that wasn't enough,
we also have the black and white bundle. So if you haven't ordered a black and white book yet, and you want to get both of these books together, you can get this, which it looks like somebody did. You can get the Oodles black and white bundle, which is the black and white volume 1, and you get the Oodles book. And this one will not ship instantly like the other ones because you'll be getting it with your black and white package, of course.
Yes, and however, all the black and white orders, even the one with the oodles, you will get all the stretch goals included. But so we could get the books out to you guys quickly, the art books, we could not include the stretch goals. So all the art books just alone without the black and white bundle tier will be without the stretch goals. So we tried as hard as we could to try to include them, but there's no way we can get the book out, the art book out in a timely fashion if the stretch goals are included, because we have to wait for everything to be printed up. We have to wait for, you know, actual print numbers and all those things before we do that. So the art book would be delayed because of the stretch goals. So you know, yeah, I wish we could do that, but we couldn't. But we did give you an option that if you wanted the stretch goals still and the art book, that you could do the bundle tier.
Yeah, so don't worry. As long as you've ordered black and white and you have a copy coming, those stretch goals will come with that copy.
Yes. So yeah, even if you buy the book, the art book now, and you have a black and white book, you'll still get all those stretch goals shipped when black and white is done and goes out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They will ship with the black and white book no matter what. And then we have the Oodles plus the head sketch tier, where you can get a head sketch from art, and you can choose from a list of characters. This is pretty interesting. Not a lot. This is a very limited tier, so if you want this, don't wait, because I think this is going to sell out pretty quickly. So you get a copy of the book, and you get a head sketch inside, and you can choose from 6 characters. And the characters are Batman, Wolverine, Deadpool, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, and Catwoman. So you can choose your character and get that head sketch in the book.
And the only way I'm going to be doing sketches, just because of my schedule right now, is going to be in this book in any kind of timely fashion, just because of my black and white schedule, trying to get black and white done. I'm not taking any commissions, so they're only going to be available through the Oodles tiers.
Yes, and if you want a bigger commission, there is one available right now. There's one tier that is Oodles plus a commission. So if you want to take the chance to have art draw you a commission, maybe you've been dreaming of that for a while, now's your chance. You can get one of those. And those are all of our Oodles tiers. They're all, I know that like the limits are really small, and that's because there aren't a whole lot of books to go around. So they are all the tiers have to be limited.
Yeah, we only have 200 of these books, you guys. So once they're gone, and we don't have any plans on reprinting any of this stuff. So this is, for the time being, is going to be the only place that you can get this. You know what? Should we just say it? You're not going to be able to get this book anytime. This is it.
Yeah.
We're not gonna print this again. This is gonna be the be all end all.
And this is a super like deluxe book. I'm gonna refresh it just to see where we're at, because these have been moving pretty quickly already. Like Art said, we see, look, it's already gone up. There's already 25 claimed now, so they're moving pretty fast. Like Art said, this is gonna be your shot at getting this book. Pamela's coming in to tell us that it went up again.
So wait, just to back up, because this is also monumental. We're, what's that, $71 away from the next stretch goal for the black and white followers.
We are, and that stretch goal, I believe, is the patch.
Yes.
We're really close to the MI10 patch, you guys. That's one we've been wanting for a while.
Woohoo!
Pretty cool.
Are you going to woohoo, Pamela?
Woohoo!
That was my wife.
So if you guys want to add this to your very cool collection of stretch goals we have right here.
Yes.
We're getting close.
We're moving and shaking. I'm excited. Oh, you guys, when Taylor gets excited, she gets pukey.
Yeah, I felt a little sick because like Art said, when we first put this up, since they were all separate tiers, we put up one tier first, and within like a couple of minutes, it had already started to sell and go up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It surprised me and scared me.
Taylor meets success with like,
I do. It's scary.
Well, you know what? You're going to have to start getting used to success, because I think it's going to be in your future.
Aw.
Yeah.
Especially with this deal.
And black and white, forthcoming.
Pretty cool.
Oh, we're not going to just talk about this the whole time. By the way, I am drawing a black and white panel right now. Whitney has once again got herself into some trouble. Trouble with bots. So she's in overhead with some robots here. So I'm drawing as we're talking, and we are going to, as a treat for you guys, we're going to do a Taylor's probably going to read it. I'll turn the pages of a scene, a black and white scene from the comic book. We have it all lettered up and everything. So we'll show you the fully finished pages.
Yeah,
with the balloons and everything on them.
We got a lot in store today as we celebrate this launch, of course.
We also have a new mascot, too, that we want to show you guys later.
And D Geek Art, who is Elizabeth Daughtry, or Doherty? I'm sorry, Elizabeth, I'm trying to pronounce your name correctly. And she, of course, did a drawing of Inko in the last stream. If you watched it, she's here in the chat right now.
Oh, she is?
She is.
Well, welcome, Elizabeth. Yeah.
Switch over to Photoshop here. If you guys don't know who Inko is.
She did in the live, it wasn't yesterday, was it Monday? It was Monday, right?
Doherty. Okay, that's how it's pronounced. Thank you.
And so while we were chatting, Taylor and I came up with this character that we named Inko, and then we were saying, he's an inkwell and he'll be a mascot to Hack Shack Studios. So as we were talking about it, Elizabeth just took it upon herself to draw up Inko. So here's Inko, you guys. He's awesome.
He's the new Hack Shack mascot.
Yeah, and so it's kind of funny, but also we are copywriting this. We thought it would be funny to put Inko TM and copyright Hack Shack Studios. So So Inko is now part of the family here. So Inko is going to have a long and successful career here as a mascot at Hack Shack Studios. So thanks again, Elizabeth. This thing is awesome.
Her channel's D Geek Art, so check it out. Let's see. Alan Spark says, "Oh my." Muttman joined us.
Hey, Muttman.
And Edwin the Ace Acevedo says, "Hey Art, what's the best way to contact you? I would love to have you on my Drawing Aces stream with Passion for Drawing. We do it every Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern."
Twitter is good. And invite us. Taylor and I will go on. We'll hang out with you for an hour or so.
Send that tweet. Okay.
Send that tweet.
Let's see what we
Block
got
that
here.
kick. Oh wait, were we done with the Inko? Should we come back to Inko?
Let's come back to Inko.
Oh, we're just too excited. We got too much stuff going.
We're never done with Inko.
Oh, so we're gonna go back to Inko here?
Yeah, are you guys looking at okay, I'm making sure. We're using OBS now and this is really fancy, so I can seamlessly move through this stuff. I'm trying to make sure I'm not on the wrong thing.
Yeah. So Elizabeth, if you're listening still, a new character debut, and what's that character, Taylor?
Is that Quillo or Nibbo?
What about Quillo and Nibbo?
Ooh, a pair.
So, if you guys didn't listen the other day, Inko came out of the Marx Brothers because there's Groucho, Chico, Harpo, and Zeppo, I think.
Yes, that was during our celebration of was it Lee Falk? I think it's in that video. Yeah,
it's in that, and I think Inko is featured in the artwork, or the what is that called? The little icon thing at the beginning of the video.
Oh, the thumbnail. Yeah,
the thumbnail.
You can see Inko there. It probably seems off the wall until you hear the context.
We want Inko to have a catchphrase too, like "That's good ink," or or what? Wait, we were playing with a Hack Shack slogan.
Is that the "That's a big idea"?
Yeah, because we were thinking of the Hack Shack logo with the House of Big Ideas or something like that. So then Inko would just maybe uncork himself and go, "That's a big idea."
D Geek Arc says, "Actually, it's funny. I thought the same thing. I'm almost done with Nibbo and Quillo. I'm still playing around with."
Ooh, Nibbo and Quillo. Because they could either be adversarial to Inko, or they could be Freddie Flute to Inko. So instead of Inko holding the cork, he could be holding Nibbo and Quillo or something.
Aww.
That's his little friends.
It's like his bag of tricks if it was alive.
Yeah. So then if Nibbo and Quillo, they would probably have the higher voices, right? Like Freddie Flute.
And then Inko has a deep voice? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so Inko would talk like this.
Edwin can do Inko's voice.
Inko's voice. Hey.
Wait.
Hey, Inko. Nibbo, knock it off. We're just having fun, Inko.
So you can do their voices, then Edwin does Inko's voice. And that can be the ending animation of our videos.
Get back in the well, Nibbo.
That would be hilarious. He kind of looks like Edwin.
There's a little Edwin going on there. But if you can see, he's got kind of the Groucho Marx glasses and mustache. So that's kind of why Inko has a mustache and glasses. Because he's kind of modeled after Groucho Marx.
Ooh. Isn't he neato? None of you can steal him. He's ours now.
Inko is now trademark and copyright. As is Quillo and Nibbo. Are they twins?
James says Inko reminds me of something I might see in an old 50s Disney cartoon in a good way.
Exactly. He's our Mickey Mouse. You know, the House of Mouse? This would be the House of Inko.
Ooh.
That's a big idea. Hack Shack Studios. Copyright TM.
So that was one of the biggest things to come. That was a good video. I felt like that was a fun stream. If you guys want to go back and watch it or any of our old videos, that always helps out the channel, helps it grow.
Yes, and right now, if you like it, it will help our numbers as well, or get the word out right now.
Yeah, so we got like a big archive of videos at this point. If you guys ever want to go back and binge, I think we got some binge-worthy material there.
Especially my serial killer Halloween special.
That's one of my favorites. Definitely tune into that one.
I had a brush in time with, what was his name? Vernon Butts, the Freeway Killer's assistant. Who actually, partook in some murders as well.
Yeah, he was an evil dude.
Yeah.
They really play it down by saying that he, helped him, but let's not pretend that was any small contribution to the evil that they committed.
Yeah, and he wasn't a good guy because he ratted him out either.
Yeah, they tried to say, as if it somehow absolved him of anything.
And just because he hung himself in his prison cell, that's still, come on.
Well, remember, they said they weren't sure if somebody murdered him and staged it.
Ooh, that's right.
Because he was well hated. It turns out when you kill a lot of young people...
Yeah, young people.
You're not going to be that popular in prison. Anyway...
I digress.
Anyway, Oodles launched today. And it's a deluxe book, by the way. This book is... I would say fancier than most art books, at least in my personal collection. It's got a dust cover. It's got some spot UV. You can see a little tour of it. And we were toying with the idea, Art, if you'd be up for it, the super chat thing.
Oh yeah. Can we
switch to the camera here?
Hold on, let me find my book before you switch over.
Did I not bring it over?
Oh, I got it here. It's just under a bunch of stuff.
There it is.
You guys got a shot of my feet first.
It's okay, they like the loafers.
Yeah. One's got a hole in it, though. It's extra comfortable, though. I got wide feet. My toes are busting out.
Vale Ned just arrived and said, I finally took the plunge. Bought the black and white and Oodles of Doodles bundle. Awesome.
Ooh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. So, yeah, here's the book, the physical book. So, if you thought we were just, it was just hyperbole that it's done. Well, it is done, and here it is. Boom. Boom, baby. And this right here, I don't know who this person is right here.
A loser.
No. She's a brilliant writer, artist, and her name is Tag, a.k.a. Taylor Grosso. What's the A for?
Ashley. From 51? Okay.
To get to 51.
All right, we're one.
$1.
Well, say it louder.
Let's switch over to the campaign here.
My wife is becoming a mime. She's in here she's doing
Oh my gosh, you guys, do you see that?
$1 away from the patch stretch goal.
Yes, we are $1 away from reaching the MI10 Anti-Robotics Task Force patch right here. $1.
Apache.
We just got $1.99 from Pope Fire.
Oh, wait. Okay, hey, Pope Fire. We were going to do this, but since we were here. Okay, you guys. I know we're all over the place. I'm sorry, we're too excited. There's too much going on. All right, so since we already got a super chat, we got to go back to the book, Taylor. I'm doing the book gyration.
All right.
I'm doing the book dance.
There we go.
I was doing this, you guys. All right. Thank you, by the way, Pofire. Okay, every super chat we get, we will show you one page of this book. So we will preview as many pages as we have super chats. So since we have Uno,
But I have to read the super chat as well.
oh yeah, okay, read the super chat and then we'll preview page 1.
Calm down, Popefire. I'm gonna read it. She says.
Is she saying just read it?
She says, "Is Starfire left or right-handed?"
Oh, she's right-handed. Definitely.
Definitely right. You heard it here first.
She's a righty. Yes. Okay. Oh, Popefire, since my wife's here, I know we've talked about the Nightwing miniseries. And so Pamela and I were the ones that were writing that together. So, Pamela, say hi to Popefire. Popefire, Pamela.
Hi, Popefire.
We'll have to do a story time on specifically
I
that.
should pull the write-up. So, because you've got a drawing of Nightwing and Starfire.
That was
on
used
that.
in Wizard.
Yes, so I
Yeah.
should pull that so that you could put that up and
What
show
if
them.
you read it dramatically?
Ooh.
Anyway, you guys know each other now, so Popefire, there's that.
That is a video for another time.
Okay, I'm going to turn this book right-handed, just like Starfire, okay? Here we go, one page. That's all you get. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, the first page is the best. They're actually getting 2 pages, though.
Yeah, don't let them see more.
How do we do this?
Well, let them see the inside of the dust cover.
Okay, the inside of
Oh,
dust-
too late. They've already seen that
Yeah,
page now.
This? That's not a page, though. Okay, so the first page is just a page. So here's the intro to the book. So this worked out. So then maybe each super chat after this has to be for 2 pages?
Yeah.
Or am I going to cover each page?
Oh,
Take
you're
a
right.
piece of white
Yeah, we'll
paper.
cover it.
Okay.
That's going to be hard.
This is getting complicated. Anyway, so this page is bought and paid for. So this one was Popefire. So thank you very much. Here's the first page of The Art of Art T. Bear, Oodles of Doodles, and other stuff too. The book designed by Tag, published by Hack Shack Studios.
One of our first Hack Shack Studios published books
Yes.
together.
This is our foray into the whole publishing stuff. Okay, so there's your preview.
So every super chat will get you a preview of a page from this book.
Yes. Otherwise, you guys are going to look at my loafers. All right, let's switch.
All right, let's get back over here to screen share, see where we are at. We are $1 away right now
Did you refresh?
from getting... I did not. I'm trying to build intrigue.
Oh, I'm sorry.
From the MI10 patch. So let's see if somebody turned that over.
This is exciting.
This is nerve-wracking.
Are you going to puke?
We're still at it, I think.
All right, Taylor will puke for $1.
I probably will. Wait, somebody said they just got it. Don't tease Comic Book Bob. I don't think it's rolled over yet.
Maybe that's what got us $9.99.
Comic Book Bob said, I just bought it. That should put you over.
Huh.
Well,
Okay,
thank
maybe
you.
it's going to take a minute. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Comic Book Bob. You're the best. You're all the best.
Oh,
Yes!
yeah. Thank
And
you
then-
so much, Comic Book Bob.
And then some. Thank you guys for pushing us over. And that means that everybody who backed the black and white book is going to get the special MI10 Anti-Robotics Task Force patch. I can't talk. That's one of my favorite stretch goals we've ever added. It's going to be extremely cool. So thank you guys. It's amazing.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
We made it to 51. Let's...
I'm drawing a gun. I'm trying to focus. It's very hard.
I don't know if we should show the camera or what one I should stay focused on. If I should stay on the campaign.
I don't know. Can we go just to our icons, or is that only through...
I will go. I know where to go.
Or maybe we could just show Inko.
I got this. Inko the man. There he is. Okay. You should add Blotto and the ink spot, says Hardware Wars.
Ooh, the ink spot could be the mess that they make.
Aww.
Clean up this mess.
Thank you guys, and thank you to everybody who has backed the book so far. As we said, this was a super limited run of this book, so we don't expect to be producing this book again in the future. So this is your shot to get this deluxe art book. It's very cool. I think you guys are going to like it. It's pretty neato.
It's boss.
It's a must-have, I think, for anybody collecting Hack Shack books. Because it was our first book together. It's also, interestingly enough, there's like the first kind of black and white preview in that book.
Oh, yeah.
Of where black and white was going to go.
So if we get enough super chats, we can eventually get to it.
It's pretty cool. Yes. I don't know how deep in we'd have to get to it because this book is 52 pages.
It's toward the end of the book.
So if we get 52 super chats, we'll have gone through the entire book.
And then no one will need to buy it.
No, they still need it because, like, you still want your collection. You want the physical book in your hands. You gotta own this. This is a book that needs to be experienced.
That's true. What was I thinking?
You gotta feel that smooth UV finish on the cover.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, this camera does not do it justice. The book itself, under the dust jacket, has white, and the robots are all isolated, I guess, from the cover itself. So they're all UV, so they're glossy, shiny, and then the background of it is flat. Maybe we can show it. Let's see.
Yeah, let's switch over.
Let me see if I can take the...
I think it picks up the lighting, like, extremely, so it'll show.
Yeah, it might reflect shiny.
Yeah, you guys see how, like, even on the Oodles, how, like, it gets super shiny when you move it? That's the spot UV.
Yeah. So, like, white here, the robots, and the logo are all shiny, so they're isolated from the background. The background's all flat. This looks gorgeous. Like, in person, it's amazing looking.
Yeah, you're gonna love this.
And it was a pain in the ain to do.
It was weird. we stayed up, like, I forget, like, I don't remember where we got the idea to do it, but I remember, like, this is really cool. And once we found out, like, the process that it takes to isolate things and do that, we were like, this is a pain. Like, I see why nobody does it, but it was worth it because it turned out amazing.
Yeah, and the printer, there was a little bit of a language problem. So they were trying to help us, instruct us how to do it, and we kept doing it wrong. And they kept sending it back to us, and then we'd do it again, and it would be wrong, and then they send it back to us, and then we'd get it wrong again. So
it was very much trial and error.
It was a little trial and error, which is kind of everything we do.
That's how we work.
Yeah. We make a couple mistakes, and then we get it right. That's kind of the way things are done around here.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to add the links right now to the description. I've been posting the links in the chat, so thank you guys who have been utilizing those. But I'm going to make sure it's in the description just for ease of access right now. So if you hear this strange clicking and stuff, that's me adding. This is through the computer. Okay, let's see.
That's some strange clicking.
The click has become an aesthetic of our channel. Okay.
You know, we haven't done that in a while. I was just thinking about the clicking sound when I do portfolio reviews. Do we have enough artwork to do a portfolio review?
You know what? We might. I gotta check. A couple of new people submitted. And by the way, you guys, if you want to submit portfolio reviews, we are always accepting. And there's a link in the description. I'm adding it right now. And it's to the Dropbox where you can submit your work. If you do, please make sure that it's relatively high res, just so Art can see it, and it makes things a lot easier. If you've watched the old portfolio reviews, you'll see why. And please include your name if you want a shout out about your work.
Yeah, put your name in the file description, because when I go into Photoshop, it shows up with the artwork, so it's easier to keep track and to give you guys a shout out and credit.
Yes,
for your work. Yeah,
it makes a big difference.
We had a couple people that we've given exposure to on the portfolio review that have gotten work out of it as well. So it's not just a critique from a 35 year comic book veteran, but it's also exposure. So some people are getting work from it as well.
Yeah, it's really cool. And, you know, it's always very, very constructive.
Yeah, we usually have like some kind of clickbaity title that sounds harsher than it is, but I know how it is to get like your hopes or have like artists come down on you really hard. So I try not to do that. So it's usually really supportive.
Yeah, he's not gonna roast you for laughs, so don't be scared.
Don't be scared. Don't be frightened.
Unless you want to be roasted. Some people are into it.
Yeah, in that case, I'll do it. I'm not opposed to it.
You know, it's whatever floats your boat. Let's see what you guys are
You know what floats my boat? Oodles of Doodles and other stuff, too.
You mean the art of Art T. Bear? The
Yeah.
deluxe 52-page art book?
Yes. Designed by the great Taylor Grosso,
It's a
a.k.a. Tag.
It's a large-sized art book, hardcover, meant for a collector or even just a casual comic book fan. Either way, it'll look great on your table and impress your friends.
Either way, there's hours of enjoyment.
There is! Yeah, you guys are gonna like this book. It's pretty cool. Let's see. I see it was posted. Blah, blah, blah. Just got it.
Thank you.
Thanks, you guys, for supporting the book. I think I added this correctly. I'm going to make sure we got all this in here. And remember, a super chat will get you a preview.
And when you guys see this robot, I know you're going to think Ed 2000 from RoboCop. So I did take from it. It was an influence.
I mean, I would say that was a good thing, but...
Other than like the animation doesn't hold up as well, but I always thought the design was pretty cool.
I think it's pretty neat. It's one of the better designs in the movie. Adding some tags. I know the clicking. It's a part of the aesthetic, like I said. It's on purpose. Okay, P-Money.
You gotta click faster so it impresses them. Gosh, she's fast.
P-Money says, woohoo, just arrived at 51K. I'm so excited to get that patch. You and us both, sir.
This is a monumental day, you guys. These are days. There's hours and hours and hours of work that go into these days of payoff. So I'm trying to teach Taylor to enjoy these moments. But all she wants to do is puke.
Boy, you got your work cut out for you.
From a nervous stomach. So we got to get Taylor used to these successes.
It's going to take a while, but it's been pretty cool so far.
Yeah.
I'm going to see, how many times should I refresh this? Because the thing is, I'm getting obsessive compulsive where I keep wanting to show people as it's going up.
Yeah.
But since it's going up so quickly, I don't want to burn you guys out.
You know what? I don't know. Let's not make exceptions. Let's just do it how we feel. Let's just be in the moment. But speaking of in the moment, we do have an insight to a story that is breaking about the voice actor.
Oh,
the
that's
animation
right.
Voice actor. Yeah, and Taylor's got a little insight on that. And I think she's got a pretty fair assessment of the situation. So do you want to share that or?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming we're talking about Vic Magonia, who's kind of become a big figure in the YouTube prism as of late.
They're calling it Animation Gate, but I don't know if it's too early to call it full-on Animation Gate.
As a former...
Or is it Anime Gate?
I guess Anime Gate. People are trying to label it that, but I think as a former weeb, an anime fan who used to go to those cringy conventions all the time...
Wait a minute, you're a weeb?
I used to be. I'm a recovering weeb.
Is there a...
Frode says, begun, the weeb wars have. Exactly. The reason why you can't call it Anime Gate is because most people who watch anime watch subs instead of dubs anyway. And, like, it's really just Vic Gate because he has a fandom all of his own. I see you guys talking about him already. It's official. Taylor has reached geek status.
Has reached.
Finally?
Has reached. If anything, she's, like, come down since she started working professionally.
It's true. But I used to go to those, I guess I'll share the story, and I don't know, Like, Art, you know the convention scene, and like...
Oh, do I?
You know the convention scene? I know that, like, comic conventions, they're a little bit different from anime conventions, and if you guys haven't been to an anime convention or not into anime, I would say it's like a comic convention, but like 3 times more cringy. Like, comic conventions seem calm to me in comparison to anime cons, and I was going to them when I was probably from like the age 14 to 16, and there was maybe like 2 or 3 a year. Anyway, so Vic Magonia, if you guys don't know who he is and you don't know the current controversy, is Andy says, can we just call it another standard SJW hate campaign? That's kind of more what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you know what? I'm comfortable with that. Yeah, let's do that.
That's what it is, more so than like a gate of any kind.
Yeah, I don't think it's a full-on kind of movement yet. It's more of an isolated guy.
And they're doing this to so many people.
Yeah.
Like, so many people have been targeted with this kind of stuff.
Well, hell, I just saw something. I'm sorry to derail a little bit, but I just heard that, like, John Lasseter is up for something again. Like, somebody's accusing that. Oh, some actress, voice actress, pulled out of some Disney movie or something because she heard John Lasseter was involved. So John Lasseter somehow is a perv now because he likes to hug. But anyway.
So that whole thing obviously followed him and hurt his reputation.
Just because he likes to hug people.
And that's the thing that's damaging about these things is even if the truth comes to light and it turns out the person didn't do anything, the fact that that story even reached mainstream, like, popularity hurts your reputation. Like, it's hard to come back from an accusation of that, even if it turns out it wasn't true.
Especially when the SJW types won't let it go.
And in, like, a children, like a kids kind of industry, like cartoons and stuff, it's really, really hard.
Yeah.
And that sucks. But if you guys don't know who Vic is, he's kind of a big, I know a lot of people, I noticed on like the East Coast and stuff, weren't really aware of who he is, because I think he's more of a local celebrity in like kind of the more Southern and California conventions and stuff. He's a voice actor that's done a lot of voice acting in anime. He's probably most well known for doing Edward Elric's voice from Full Metal Alchemist. He usually does like the young cute guy lead characters. And because of that, he amassed a very large fan base of like young girls, because me and Art were talking about it, and like people who like anime, I think, are most intensely into anime and going to cons and stuff when they're young. It's usually in like the young teens kind of age, I think, when people who are into anime are most into anime.
Yeah, my daughter didn't read like Marvel DC books. She liked like Fruits Basket and things like that, like the more like, you know, anime oriented manga stuff.
I think definitely like young girls, especially, like a lot of young girls at least go through an anime phase, especially if they're like into geekier things. It's usually anime and manga that they're into. But so there's that whole element that his main fan base really was like young girls. And he became a big fixture in the local con scene because he would moderate panels. And since he was such a well-known voice actor, he moderated a lot of voice actor panels for people who wanted to maybe figure out how to get into that business. He was like a local celebrity. He did a lot of appearances. And I was talking to TJ. We met him twice at 2 separate conventions. But I met him once, which is the one I remember the most. And if you guys look this up, Vic, I guess I should get to it, is like kind of the victim of a major smear campaign right now. And to summarize everything he's been through, there was accusations that the way he was conducting himself around these underage people was inappropriate, that he was touchy-feely, and it basically led to him getting cut off from Funimation. And now he's struggling to find work. He's also been banned from several conventions.
But to back up, like, most of it was just in the form of hugs, right? Like,
he would just hug people.
Yeah, he was known for being kind of affectionate because he would hug people. But what this started with is somebody made what has now been revealed to be a false accusation. And there was a Facebook group that was dedicated to people. On the surface level, the Facebook group was dedicated to people basically exposing Vic and saying all these inappropriate things he had doing. They had like stories of him inappropriately touching people and being weird. And there was like this story that was obviously made up of like he was whispering inappropriate things into people's ears, which is just really silly to me.
And also something you cannot prove.
Yeah, like how?
Because even if you were videotaping, you couldn't prove it.
How convenient that the story would be something only you would be able to corroborate.
Yeah, he would whisper, "Hell Hydra."
That would be funny, actually. You should do that because nobody would believe it. It'd be hilarious.
Hell Hydra.
But yeah, they're like, oh, he was whispering inappropriate things to people in his character voices. First of all, his character voice is just his normal voice. But anyway, so they ranged from like semi-believable to like absolutely ridiculous. And then it was revealed that that whole group was basically a fake smear campaign to hurt him. And somebody from the group basically grew a conscience and like screen capped threads where these people in these groups are actually talking about like they were collaborating on making up stories.
Oh
like,
my god!
Like I remember one of them said like you can't go that far because it's not believable, and people saying oh he appeared at this place at this time and this place here. Like they're like fact checking each other to make up these stories to make them seem the most believable. And then they were like we should say like this because it would hurt him the most when he goes to this con. Like they were all planning it. And then somebody came forward and they had a message to one of the moderators and they were like, I thought this was like a genuine thing, but now that I see that we're like making up stories to hurt him, this feels really malicious. And they kicked the person out of the group. But the damage has been done at this point, and it's pretty much been proven that everything that came from that group was fake. But at this point, it's spread so much, it's too late, and he already lost his job, essentially.
Yeah.
And he's lost a lot of connections to the cons and stuff. So people were sharing stories about him. And there was a couple other elements to it, but that's the main gist.
Well, the thing is, you guys, if evil does exist, these are forms of evil, man. When you concoct these stories, you're designing a way to hurt somebody and to mess with anyone's livelihood. These are our hunting gathering skills. These are how we take care of ourselves. These are how we live. Like, we live in a modern society, so we don't see things as like leaving your cave and going out and, you know, like bringing home a rabbit so you could eat that night and feed your family. It's not like that anymore. But our hunting gathering skills are like how much money we can make, how much we can work, you know, all these things. And when you take that away from somebody, you are in essence putting them on hardship, because none of us, even these guys, aren't making that much money.
He's a voice actor.
Yeah, and it's all relative. We all live lifestyles relative to how much money we make anyways. So even if he's making $100,000, $200,000 a year, he's still living a lifestyle that's probably the same as somebody that's living, making $30,000 to $50,000 a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all kind of overextend ourselves in the same way, no matter what tax bracket we're in. So this is hardships, man. And also, it's not just like losing your job because, you know, you weren't showing up on time and these type of things that you can recover from. These are hard accusations that are not being questioned and that are not being pushed. There's no pushback. So that's why I'm glad we're talking about it, and I'm glad Comicsgate are talking about it, because we are the pushback. Because when you start messing with a man's livelihood, of any person's livelihood, that is going to hurt them long term, and especially in this way. This way is like, how do you recover from, I don't know, sexual improper conduct? I want to say molestation, but that's one of the words they would use.
Yeah.
It's not that extreme, but it does come across that way. They fired him based on it, so that reputation follows him to the next job, to the next job. So now who's going to hire this guy based on accusations? The reason this is so damning and damaging is there's no court, there's no pushback, there's no like he said, she said. It's just taken by fact from one point of view, and one point of view only. It's like what I mentioned about John Lasseter. The whole John Lasseter thing just comes out of that He liked to hug people. Hey, I have a close friend. He's awesome. And you know what he does? He is very touchy-feely with human beings. You know why? Because he loves people. He loves hanging out with them. He loves showing affection to his fellow human being. What is so wrong with that? I mean, if he sincerely did do something improper to somebody, that's different. But if he did, then prove it. You know what I mean? Put him up on charges. Go through a court of law. Do something. But don't just post these accusations the way you do willy-nilly, because they have ramifications. You are hurting that person. You might not think about it, but you are. Hunting and gathering skills are very important. That's how we live. You know, I don't know, if he can't find another job based on this, you know, he may lose his house.
Yeah.
He may miss a car payment. He may not be able to do whatever. You know what I mean? You don't know what kind of complications come out of this stuff. Having been wrongfully accused by a big company and then been banned from that company, which at some point I will get fired up. Share that story, but I'm not going to do it right now. I know what it feels like, and I know how hard it is to recover from these things. So let's not take this stuff too lightly, people. And you do have insight on the guy, right? You did meet him. You saw him in person, right, Taylor?
Yeah, I talked to him for a little while. The thing is, like, I don't know. I guess I'll try to go in order, but what people need to consider, and everybody in the chat seems very pro-Vic, which is nice, but, like, if you aren't, for whatever reason, if there's anybody listening who sees this as some kind of victory because they don't like Vic for any reason, just keep in mind, like Art said, what this could do to a person.
He's a human being.
Because if you don't, let's be clear, if you're a fan, you don't really know this person on a personal level, and putting somebody in a position, like, I think he has a family, you guys, and if you're putting somebody in a position and they have to provide for people and provide for themselves, and you're taking that away from them, like, just keep that in mind, that that's what your victory is costing. Because there's plenty of people whose, like, works I don't really like that I would never ever wish that on. Like, I was joking in the other, well, I wasn't joking. I was talking in one of the other chats about how I hated the Gail Simone Domino run, but I still wouldn't want her to permanently lose a job and never ever get work again and have to face not being able to provide for herself, because that's an absolutely horrible position for anybody to be on that I would never wish on somebody. And, like, the thing about Vic is I met him when I was 15, I think, and I was at, I don't remember what anime convention. I think it was just the classic AX. But there's this weird thing that happens, and a YouTuber I was watching described this in the best way, where interactions at conventions in and of themselves are already inherently awkward. And at an anime convention, it's especially awkward because anime conventions are pretty cringy. They're full of a lot of young people that are running around acting weebish. And you're in this weird position where you're in a line waiting to speak to someone who you don't really know on any other level, and then you have a forced interaction. And we were waiting in line for a while. I think we were at a panel for voice acting, and then after we waited, and I walked up to him. He was very, very nice, and he gave me a hug. He gave me, like, an air kiss on the cheek, like European people do, and he, like, thanked me for coming, and then we went our separate ways. And I guess that was extremely common, is that he would hug people, like, give them kind of like a kiss on the cheek or a kiss at their cheek, and then you'd go on your separate way. And, like, he got a lot of flack for that because people were saying, like, oh, it's unwanted touching. And honestly, if the worst unwanted touching you get is a hug from somebody you've been waiting in line to meet, I don't think that's that bad. And if you have a problem with, like, you know, people doing that, you have to handle it on a one-on-one level. Because, of course, some people aren't cool with that, but you have to tell the person. And I think to him, it was just his normal, polite greeting. And he had said, there's a very sad video, and if you guys look up Vic Magonia, it comes up, where he felt very bad when the accusations first came out, because somebody said that they felt he hugged them and they weren't comfortable with hugs, and they didn't say anything at the time, but they were uncomfortable. And he felt bad hearing that, and he made a video. Well, if somebody filmed him, he didn't make the video at a con. And he said, yeah, you know, when people wait in line, like to see you for a really long time. I always want to be like grateful. So I always made it clear to them. I gave them a hug and stuff for waiting. And he like starts like tearing up and says like, I know that some people like don't want hugs and I should have asked. And the thing is like, I think that's more on the person receiving it. If you're uncomfortable with that, you should make it clear, because it's really...
Well, especially if you see him hugging other people before you, then you know the odds are probably he's going to hug you too.
Yeah, he did it to everybody in line.
Yeah. Oh, well, my wife's bringing it up. Sorry to derail. But yeah, Amanda used to go up and hug people, right?
She was 5 years old. Yeah, at school.
And, school. But at cons that she hugged too. But school, yeah.
At school. And she would hug her classmates. And one day, a mom came up to me and told me, please do not have Amanda hug my daughter. I don't like her to be touched or hugged by anyone.
That's weird.
I know! They're little babies!
Yeah, well, yeah, we talked about this, I think, the thread, the chat before this, where these are innocent children. Yeah. They are non-sexual creatures. Yeah. They are innocent. When you start projecting this kind of behavior on a child, a 5-year-old, or even, you know, a prepubescent, you know, fan, this is horrible. Right. It says way more about you as a person who's thinking this way than the opposite. Like I said, we know somebody that likes to hug a lot. Yeah. They're very touchy. They'll touch you too, like on the shoulder when they're talking to you. They'll reach out to you. If your hand's on the table, they'll touch your hand.
It means nothing.
Right. Well, it's just their way of bonding with somebody. It's their way of connecting.
Nothing sexual.
Yeah, they just love people.
And it's weird because in America, like, I think we're less used to it, but in like European cultures, people are way touchy-feely anyway.
There's a lot of cheek kissing.
Yeah, like I figured that out when I was in England, that happened all the time. And you know, on the opposite hand, if you don't want to be hugged, feel comfortable asking them not to do it. I guarantee they won't do it. They're not going to force it upon you.
Right, especially if you see other people in line, like, you know, like you see it happening before you.
Yeah, like you have the option to ask them not to, and if you are truly feeling comfortable, please just tell them not to do it. Don't let them do it thinking everything's okay and then go home and write about how horrible it was that they did it, because that's not fair.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you truly, there are people that don't like this kind of, you know, I don't know, activity. I don't know what to call it. And that's fine. But like Taylor says, if you don't like it and you do see people like in the line or it's already happening to, then just preface your meeting with this person and say, you know, I appreciate everything, but could you just sign my thing? I don't really want a hug.
Offer him a hand for a handshake or something.
Yeah, but you don't have to go home. You don't have to blog about it. You don't have to, you know, get everybody involved. And you don't have to get all sinister with the guy's intentions.
And if you're worried about his intentions, keep in mind whether he just did it to you or did to literally everyone in the line. Because if he did to literally everyone,
right,
it wasn't a tailored experience to you.
And you know what? Okay, I'm going to back up a little bit again. We are crucifying these people before there's any real proof. People are taking sides on things, and I just want to put my point of view here and where I stand. The thing is, I don't know what happened. I sincerely don't. However, I'm more, if the accusation is going to be like very drastic, I'm more on the side of the person that's being accused. Especially if they have no track record of it. There's nothing, you know what I mean? He has no record or anything like that.
On the accusation, like
right.
An accusation of giving an unwanted hug versus something actually serious.
Right. I'll go with that person until there's proof. Like if this other person that says he did do these things and indeed did these and has proof of that, then I will not back that individual. Like with Bill Cosby, okay, I didn't instantly roll over on Bill Cosby. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, he's a whatever. And then I saw everybody in the press that had him. He was like he went from like America's sweetheart to like the worst offender in the entire world.
And Vic's being treated the same way somehow.
But in a heartbeat, like people turned on him like in minutes, you know what I mean? Seconds. They were already rolling over on him. But there really were no facts at that moment in time, only accusations. And accusations are just that, accusations. And since then, there was a trial, there was proof. He was tried by a peer, his peer group. All these things, due process happened, and he was convicted. That's fine. Now we can say Bill Cosby did do these things. But prior to that, come on, man, be a little bit more open-minded to it, until the facts are in. We are laying people's out like crazy. We are attacking people's character, and we are jumping to conclusions just because it gets us likes or gets us clicks or gets us some kind of attention. And we really, really, as a species, as a human species, we need to stop doing this, because these are people. This Vic, he's a human being, man, and he does have a family, and he's trying to provide for those people, his family. And if people do this, then it's going to make it harder or maybe even impossible for this guy to get future work. So, we really need to stop doing these things.
And supposedly he has a lawyer now and stuff, but like we were saying at the beginning, like the damage is done. This is going to follow him whether he ends up, or not.
Yeah, because the headline becomes so sensationalized. So once the headline gets there, that becomes the thing that gets ingrained into people's psyche. So most people never dig deeper or hear the follow-up to the story, because those are usually on page 2 or 3. Those stories get buried because they're not sensationalized. That's why these things are really damaging and dangerous to individuals.
But
these are people.
SJWs love to have someone to hate. Mighty Geek Studio says SJWs don't like due process. Yes.
They don't like proof or logic.
James says crimes are determined in court, not on social media. The first time you get accused of something you didn't do, you learn that the hard way. Yes. Samurai said Gail ruined Firestorm with fake racism facts. She's responsible for making this character so unpopular. That's the thing, though. If you lose your job for doing a bad job, things aren't selling, that's fine. But I don't think somebody should lose their job just because people don't like you as a person.
Or there's hearsay or an accusation, and then a corporation takes action based on an accusation.
Let the work speak for itself. Right.
Or let the action, like if they did do this, let there be some kind of due process, let there be some kind of hearing, because otherwise it's a weird... It's not even a he said, she said. It's just like one person saying something and then that other person being condemned based on a one-sided voice.
Because let's be clear, if Vic got cut out of Funimation for doing a bad job voice acting, then whatever.
Right.
But this is not relating to his voice acting at all.
It's just easier for these companies to get past any kind of heat, so they just let those guys go. They just let these people go without any kind of due process because it's easier for them.
Andy says, Gail Simone is capable of good writing when she really tries. Someone said I liked her run in Red Sonja. Yeah, this is not my term, and I'm not saying she's a jerk, but I always like the term, or the adage, hate the jerk, not the work.
Yeah.
If somebody does good work, don't deny that it's good because you don't like them as a person,
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. It's Mighty Geek says the kissing and hugging thing. It's definitely Italian etiquette from an Italian guy. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Andy says Art's 100% right. The people who spread this stuff think nothing of the consequences of their actions. Vic's life is pretty much in the pan, even if he clears his name.
Well, even in the meantime, I mean, how many of us have deep pockets? Just think about this. Let's say it takes him a month or two to get more work, if he's lucky enough to get that work. How many of us can float our lives for 2-3 months without income?
Yeah, I wouldn't wish anybody being in that position because that's a scary thing.
You can destroy a human being based on 2 to 3 paychecks. If you have 2 to 3 paychecks that you miss, your whole life can come crashing around you. That's mortgage, that's all your bills, that's everything.
And if an emergency happens, then you might be totally destroyed. Like, you don't know what could happen. It's a scary position to put somebody in, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like, SJWs go for the jugular. Like, that's how they always go for people's livelihood. And like I said, if anybody feels like this is a victory, just keep in mind, like, if you don't know this person, and like, some people are like, oh, I don't like him because he's weird, or he has bad plastic surgery. Okay? You don't like someone based on their physical appearance, so you want them to be completely destroyed? Like, that doesn't seem very equal.
Or just think about this, people that maybe he didn't give a hug to in the line, and they're like, oh my gosh, I hate him. He hugged that other girl and she was not as attractive. Or like, you know, I waited just as long and he didn't hug me.
Because there's a weird element to this that a lot of people who are talking anti-Vic aren't addressing, and that's that his fan base was a lot of young girls. And when he was a younger guy, he was very traditionally attractive. And like, oh my gosh, every freaking girl had like a crush on him in like the anime cons. So like, he was already in a position where I think he was very careful of how he was conducting himself, but he's also in a position where he's surrounded by socially inept young girls that probably have jealousy issues.
You know that Tara Strong?
Yes.
You know, every time I wait in line to get my stuff signed by her, I always just like, it's just a little grab, you know, it's a little reach around, just a little squeeze, you know.
You gotta,
is that wrong? I don't know.
You gotta get that hug in, or why are you even there?
Oh, it goes beyond a hug.
Amanda Connor hugged me in a photo, and then she didn't do my drawing.
Oh man, now you're gonna blast Amanda Connor?
I have the picture.
I have the proof.
Amanda, I want my hand turkey.
I talked to her. She said she'd do you one.
No, she probably won't, because I slammed her right now.
Trust me, she's not listening.
Amanda, if you're here, if you send a super chat, we'll show you a preview page from Black and White.
Or of Oodles.
From Oodles. That's right. Any super chats today will equate one page preview. And we'll check in on that soon. Andy says, oh wait, no. Let me read some of your chats back. I gotta scroll back.
Man, we got very political there.
We did.
That's very rare for us.
But yeah, I guess he was very nice when I met him.
The thing is, this is where I do get outraged, is like when you mess with a guy's, you know, not just a guy, but a person's livelihood.
I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
I would never either.
Even Jennifer Lawrence.
As much as I despise her. Or what's the new one is Brie Larson.
I don't want to talk about her. She betrayed me.
Brie Larson?
Yes.
Did she not hug you?
It feels personal. I don't want a hug from her anymore.
Would you eat cheese with her?
What kind?
Brie.
Yes, because that'd be funny.
I had Brie with Brie.
I'd be like, this Brie stinks, and we both laugh.
You know what? Brie does stink.
We both laugh and then just stare at the camera silently.
You know those where you would have those like they would heat cheese up and you would like, what is it?
Fondue.
You'd like fondue with Brie.
Fonduing it.
That'd be a great cable show.
I would like to eat fondue with Chris Evans just to have that picture. Because it's like, oh, look, we're fonduing it. Just like the movie.
We're fonduing each other.
It'd be fun to hang out.
Sounds sexual.
It'd be fun to hang out with him in general.
Let's make that happen.
If we reach 200K, we'll buy Chris Evans.
Oh, wait. Okay, did you have a super chat or something you were going to read? What we're going to do?
Somebody said, I was going to pull it up. Hold on. Oh, P Money says, guys at work keep asking why I'm smiling. I had to say the art hit his stretch goal. They looked like, okay. Saying, is that one of those comic crowdfunding things you buy? I say yes, a crowdfunding thing.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes.
Let's check in on this crowdfunding thing. Shall we? All right, 153 is where we were at. We are now at 329.
Yes, thank you guys. Thank you so much. This is amazing.
You guys are the best.
The dream is becoming a reality. I think Inko is happy right now. I sure am.
I'm trying to see what you guys have all claimed here.
Those guys got some big ideas.
We do. Ooh, two people got the black and white bundle. Ooh, somebody got a head sketch.
Yay, we're going to get to draw for somebody.
That's going to be pretty cool. I want to hear what somebody picked for the head sketch. All right. Well, thank you guys. That's awesome.
Yes, thank
We'll
you.
check in once in a while. I don't want to overbear it.
Oh, you know what I just thought of?
What?
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
What?
I'm gonna hold this up.
Oh. Yeah. Since we reached 51K, not only will the black and white backers get their patch, but as promised on Kiss Corner, I guess I now have to appear in Kiss makeup.
You guys, this was awesome. This was God, we've been talking about this. It seems like for months now.
I know.
But Taylor was. I don't even know how it came up. I want to say I probably brought it up.
You know how it came up.
But I didn't think you were gonna go for it. So I said at 50K Taylor, or at 50K Taylor will put on Kiss makeup, and so then Taylor, surprisingly, I think you agreed to it, and so then it became a thing. And so I think at the time we were really like, we're never going to get to 50K, right?
Because we were at like 40 or something.
48 or something like that. It seemed like it was so monumental. Like it was a million miles away, right? So then
then we just eclipsed it.
in just like, a few hours today. And yeah, so I just thought about that. So how are we going to make this happen?
I guess
Friday, right?
We could. I don't know if I'm going to be ready by then. It might have to be next week.
Okay.
Do I want to make the most of this appear in the Kiss makeup on both streams or just solely Kiss Corner?
Well, let's make this an exclusive Kiss Corner.
So, not this week, but you should tune in this week because it's going to be a good one. But next week, I guess I'll appear in Kiss makeup on Kiss Corner. Let me know which...
Ooh, yeah. Okay, yeah. In the chat, you guys. Okay, wait, should we just do it this way? We'll do it this way. It'll be easier, okay? 1 for Paul Stanley. Let's write this down, okay?
All right, 1 for Paul
Stanley. Okay, 2 for Gene. 3 for Ace. 4 for Peter.
Please don't pick Peter.
His is complicated makeup.
We could also put Eric in there and oh my gosh, who's the other guy?
Wait, no. We would have to go. Vinnie Vincent,
which would be 5.
Okay, really? You're gonna go obscure? Okay, or what's his name?
Eric Carr.
Eric Carr, yeah.
Okay, so 1 for Paul Stanley, 2 for Gene, 3 for Ace, 4 for Peter, 5 for Vinnie Vincent, and 6 for Eric Carr. Let us know.
Yeah, okay, so we got to see if there's 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s.
Oh no, everybody's saying 4.
Well, you know what? Structurally, your face looks more Peter-ish.
No, that's true.
Peter's kind of adorable.
He has that like round, soft face. Nick says 4. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3. We got 3 people for 4. Oh, we got 5 people for 4. We got 2 votes for 2, and 1 vote for 3.
Well, you know what we have to do as well, just for social media? Because the drum set in the other side of the studio here, we'll take a picture of you like
moping
with the drum. No, you gotta be loud and proud, man. Put the drumsticks over your head.
We'll tally this towards the end.
You just rocked the show.
No,
they want to know now.
Samurai says, do the Vinnie Vincent onk. No! But that is number 5.
Yeah, but it is number 5.
Let's see.
Well, wait, we'd have to get specialized color because that's like some kind of
gold.
Like, gold.
I kind of have that color, but it'll probably smear all over my face. We'll see.
You have some kind of toxic reaction.
Oh god. We were talking about possibly using the old Kiss makeup palette you could buy, and Scott talked about it. I think it was in the merch episode, and you guys should go back and watch that one because that was a good one. But he talks about how poor that makeup was and how it basically hardened and cracked on your face.
You know what though? We should try to look and see if we can find that kit, because that'd be even better if you use that makeup.
I can do a tutorial and put it on.
Because don't they have? I think it comes with templates.
It does. Oh god.
But you couldn't do Vinny or Eric Carr though.
That would have to be freehand.
Yeah. So wait, what's out in lead now?
I believe 4 is leading right now. I gotta read back.
Peter's still in the lead?
Number 4 is still in the lead, so Peter's going. And number 2.
Wait, is number 2 Jean is the
Number 2
second?
is Jean, yeah.
Ooh, Jean would be cool.
Jean
You
would
could do
be
a
cool.
ponytail on top of your head.
That'd be hard though, because Jean's is the most complicated, I
Or
think.
just get a clip on like Peter or like Paul. I'm sorry, Jean's is.
Mighty Geek says Jean would probably love Taylor if she did his makeup.
Ooh, we could add him in a tweet.
That's true. That would probably get some attention.
And
maybe.
he's a comic book fan.
Oh, you're right. This might be our shot. Don't ruin this for me.
All right, you guys, 2. Start getting. Type in 2.
So once again, number 1 for Paul, 2 for Jean, 3 for Ace, 4 for Peter, 5 for Vinnie Vincent, and 6 for Eric Carr.
I can't believe we included Vinnie Vincent.
I can't believe we included Peter.
No, I mean Peter's out in lead, man.
I know. It's why I regret it.
Wait, you didn't want it? What if it was Vinnie Vincent right now? Would you feel the same?
I don't know. That would be really weird. I feel like then everybody would really call me a poser because they'd be like, why? Nobody likes Vinnie Vincent. Let's see what you guys are talking about.
They say Vinnie Vincent at one point saved Kiss, though.
Really?
Yeah, when he came in, because that was when...
Was it Vinnie Vincent? Because that was just about the time they took off the makeup, right?
Oh, yeah. You're right. That kind of was... But Eric Carr came in around that time, too.
Yeah.
Let us know where you guys stand. Let me read back here some of your guys' stuff. Vic was getting more popular. The DBZ Broly movie was a big success. That was a good movie, but I think you're right on some level, but I think it's because that movie came out when this controversy was happening. I think Vic made it big when Full Metal Alchemist came out, because that was like, he was in his prime then, and I remember standing in line with those girls, and it was scary.
Wait a minute, did we ever establish that you did get a hug?
I did get a hug. He also air kissed my face.
Did he whisper like Hell Hydra in your...
No, but his stubble scratched my cheek.
Aww.
He was nice.
That was the souvenir he left you with.
I was so frightened. No, I wasn't. He was very nice. That was a weird year because I think that was one of my last anime expos. And it was really strange. That's a whole other story. This is like high school drama, but with real life consequences dipped into the craziness of the internet and political crazies, says Frond. I agree.
You know what? That sounds like a book, like a novel pitch, doesn't it?
Oodles of Doodles is comic book drama dipped into real life consequences. Let's see. It's amazing how drama in the comics community is mirroring the greater cultural war in our society. Well, that's what, like, I don't know. Me and Art talked about this, but since this is kind of everywhere, there's like this political divide happening in every aspect of life. Like, we truly knew it had infiltrated everything when it came to comics, because comics are so niche. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also that's why, I mean, quite frankly, I couldn't sit on the sidelines anymore, and I got involved. I'm not overly political, but I don't like when people's livelihoods, that's why I'm so passionate about this story, is when people's livelihoods are attacked, or their character or their person are attacked based on, like, this could be pure innocence. You know what I mean? Like, he could, like we said, he could just be one of those people. There are those people that are just very affectionate.
And I'm wondering if part of it is because he's, like, male, too. Because I was just thinking, I met another voice actor in more current time.
Yeah, there's no guy that can complain about Tara Strong giving him a hug.
Well, even, like, I met a voice actor in, like, more current time, and I didn't ask her to hug me, but she, like, crawled over the top of her table and, like, hugged me. Like, I was, like, lifting her up almost.
Well, you know what? You know what? Okay, I just thought about this. Like, I've done conventions, and I probably hug half a dozen, if not more, people at a show. You know, sometimes even just to take pictures. You know, you put your arm around somebody. And things like that. So those things they happen all the time at shows. So it's not just like this guy connecting physically with people. I've done it. I think a lot of people have.
And I think you guys talked about it, and I wanted to talk about it, but Mike wasn't reading my comments. And when you guys were talking, was that last night or the night before?
It might have been Monday night.
Monday night on a Blacklist Universe, everybody was talking about Vic. And Kyung brought this up, and it's very, very true. The anime convention culture is very much a touchy-feely, weird, like, culture, for lack of a better term. Like, it was the main, that was like where the birth of the free hug sign came from, and glomping and people just spurging out and like grabbing each other. Like that was very, very common in like anime cons. It was kind of a staple of the convention. And I don't know, it's always been a thing. I feel like now that people are trying to like adjust and figure out what their code of conduct should be, because everybody's afraid because they don't know where the line is. But like hugging used to just be a polite thing to do. Like you said, Art, like sometimes even when you take a picture with somebody, you usually pose with your arm around them or something.
I do.
You don't just stand beside them.
I'm not usually just standing awkwardly, next to them. And like it's not weird. It only, okay, you guys, and most guys, I guess women would probably feel the same way, but guys do this. They'll shake hands, and sometimes, I don't know what this is, the other person won't let go of your hand. They'll just kind of keep it on. Like there's a certain like length of time that's comfortable with a handshake, but then there's these guys that sometimes will keep engaged a little bit too long, to the point where you just kind of pull your hand away, like, give me my hand back.
That's why you gotta do the creepy wiggle.
Is that the creepy wiggle?
The creepy wiggle is when you're shaking hands with somebody and then you wiggle your fingers against their hand so they feel creeped out and let go.
I've never heard of the creepy wiggle. I just usually jerk my hand away. But also there's usually guys and girls, just when I say guys, usually I'm just saying people, that will hug you at shows that kind of linger a little longer than they should too. Like there's going to be like, oh, there's going to be one more photo, but there's not one more photo. Yeah. So you're just kind of standing there awkwardly like, okay, the picture's taken, let's move on.
There's an artist that I really like, and I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to shame her. But
say it.
Every time she hugs, I don't know, I'm assuming she does it to everybody, but every time I've seen her at a convention, she hugs me, she always goes, like while she hugs me. Like it sounds like you're squeezing a stuffed animal. And I always think like, this is a really like personable hug. Like she like grabs your head because she's tall. So I always just kind of let it happen. Oh God, I hope nothing happens to her now.
You just outed her.
I did. Let's see. Most guys appreciate their fans, says Mighty Geek Studios.
Yeah, I do. I'll do. Yeah, I'll shake the hand. I'll take the picture. I'll give the hug, and I'll never stop. Even if the convention tells me not to, I'll do it, and then I'll just pay the price later. Because that's why I'm here at Comicsgate, because I don't want to always feel like I'm walking on eggshells in life. You know what I mean? I don't want to always have to feel like I have to monitor my way of doing things or speaking just because there's that one thin-skinned person that's going to overreact and cause all kinds of trouble. That's not freedom, man. And I don't want to feel like I'm trapped in some kind of cage just because somebody is thinking the worst of my actions.
Yes.
Or looking deeper into whatever I did or whatever I said. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it. Those people can F off, man. Because I've lived a lot of my life that way. And at this point in time, I'm kind of tired of walking on eggshells. Because I know who I am and I know what my intent is. And my intent is never any of these things. So if they're going to accuse me of this, then fine, bring it on. But I'm not going to change the way I feel and the way I interact towards the people that support me or buy, my books.
Well said. And I think, just to be clear, if you are someone that doesn't like hugs, just tell the person.
Yeah.
And like, I would say the vast majority of people who are waiting in line to see somebody that they are a fan of would probably take more value from being greeted warmly by that person and given a hug versus the person just saying hello and not rising from their seat and not interacting with them in a personable way. For the majority of people, I think that would make their day. And if you don't want that, you should just make it clear.
Yeah, there's this. I want to name names, but there's this.
I'm trying not to. Also,
yeah, there's this one guy. I see him. I think he's local. I see him at all the local shows, and he brings his kids. He's a single dad. He's awesome. He's like the best fan, the coolest guy. I know a lot of cool guys from shows and things like that, but he's definitely one of the top 10. And you know what? I remember, I think it was at WonderCon, he introduced me to his kids. And I like him so much. And I think I met his son before. But I walked from around the table and I gave him and his kids a hug.
Aww.
Like I was like, you know, you got the best dad in the world, you know.
That's awesome.
Because those kids were having the time of their life at this comic convention. And you know what I mean? Like, it's just a small thing, but it's like, it's how you feel at the moment, right? You feel at the moment you want to do something above and beyond. So you do these things, and the worst thing is, like I said, if I have to walk on eggshells and I can't express myself, you know, towards my fellow human beings like this, then what good is it even living? You know what I mean? Like, if I can't do these things?
Express yourself how you want to, you guys. And, like, express yourself how you want to, because in the end, the person that's receiving it is going to decide how to take it. If they want to decide that your intentions are bad, that's on them, not you.
Yeah, as long as you know in your heart of hearts that you didn't, you know, you weren't going out of your way to, you know, do anything improper or wrong, then who cares? We have to stop bending to, I call it the lowest common denominator.
Yeah, because how often is something like a hug going to be a sinister thing versus be a good thing like it's clearly intended to? It can happen, but I would say it's way less common.
Yes.
Let's see. What are you guys talking about? Tapas with the mamas and the papas, says Fraud. Art will have to give away a sketch of Taylor. I don't know what you're talking about, but which of you is dyeing your hair pink for $100,000?
I'll dye my hair pink for $100,000.
I'll dye my hair pink for like $5,000 more. I'll do it now if somebody sends a super chat for like $200.
I don't know. My daughter always threatens to dye my hair anyway, so what the heck, you know?
Sometimes I feel like I'm going to wake up in the morning and my hair is going to be dyed pink anyway.
I think you'd be striking with pink hair.
What is with women? They like to humiliate men. Like, they think it's funny. Like, wouldn't Dad look cool with pink hair? No, Dad would not look cool with pink hair.
Just collar on it. Be like, yeah, it'd look fantastic. James says, Art should tie-dye his hair like people used to dye t-shirts. Doug has done pink.
Oh, you mean like, what is that called? Where they
Mermaid
tie-dye?
hair?
They tie-dye the...
That's hard to do, though.
Just knot up your hair and then just throw different colors.
Let's see.
Because isn't that how they tie-dye, right? They knot things up and then they dip it into different colors.
Yeah, they do. Which I guess in here you have to layer it or something. I'm going to count your guys' kiss votes towards the end. Do the original makeup. I don't think there's a set original.
Can you look this up? Because I think it's 40 years. Because we were so topical last week on Kiss Corner. Because I believe the first Kiss album, yesterday they said, was 40 years ago.
Really? Let's see. By the way, you guys, turn to Kiss Corner on Fridays. It came out in February 8th, 1974.
I don't want to do math. Just see if there's an article on it.
What am I looking for? Just Kiss album.
Yeah, album release date, if there's any articles on it.
February 18th. Okay, so it just passed.
So but I want to see if it was 40 years.
Oh gosh, let me see. Anniversary.
I guess I could do it this way.
We don't want to do math here. Let's see. 45 years ago. That's 2 days ago. Yeah, so 45 years.
So 45 years.
45 years.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that was pretty coincidental, right? Because it was just last week. We did a review on the first Kiss album.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional, but it sure seems so now.
Yeah, and so this coming week we're going to do our review of Hotter Than Hell, right?
Yes, that's our next one, and we're going to talk about...
the sophomore release of the greatest band in the world, Kiss!
Yes. Let's see. The fours have it. The fours do not have it yet. Keep voting. 1 for Paul, 2 for Gene, 3 for Ace, 4 for Peter, 5 for Vinny, and 6 for Eric. I'm disappointed that nobody's asked for Eric's. But
What she really wants is Vinny Vincent, you guys.
No. I'd rather do... Well, I don't know. I don't want to skew the votes.
Yeah, you do.
Fraud says she needs to blow a kiss to the camera with drumsticks over her head. Is that something he does?
Does he?
I don't know.
That might be sexual harassment, though.
Then they're gonna demonetize our channel. Nick says you gotta smear it. Just don't pierce the toast.
Wait, what's
like
that?
a bagel?
What does that mean?
I don't know if you don't apply makeup like smearing a piece of toast. Put sparkles on your pens for the solo. Ooh, Ted says add another stretch goal to have Jean do the makeup. Gosh, I don't know how much that would cost. Probably a lot. You guys should go harass Jean to do it.
But apparently Jean does have a price.
He does. Everybody harass Jean to come and go in Kiss Corner.
Yeah, on social media, say your biggest fan.
Mighty Geek Studio says, Taylor, beware of strange-looking bracelets, for one of them might be the Witchblade. Ooh.
Ooh.
I used to like Witchblade. When I was tattooing, my mentor had a gigantic leg tattoo of the title character. And I remember I was like, that's cool, it's Witchblade. And he's like, yeah, I always liked her because she was like a thick lady in comics. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. She's pretty athletic. But it was very well done.
Well, also, what there was an anime, right? A Witchblade anime?
Yeah, there was. I feel like there was 2 of them. It was interesting. Nick says, Art, high-five me back to the early 2000s. I still haven't recovered.
I'll keep going.
Oh man, Uncle Mikey's here. He says, talking smack, Taylor.
He heard about you earlier? Yeah.
You wouldn't read my comments. That's why I had to give you money. A wild Mike appears, says Fraud. Fraud says, there is a certain art to the handshake. Not limp, not sweaty, firm, and certain, like so many packages of tofu.
Yeah, but also quick. Like, let's not linger. Let's not linger. And there's some people that overly move their hand, like, how you doing? Like, let go of my hand.
Like you're impersonating a handshake.
Yeah, like they're the Flash and they can't calm down.
Samurai says most kids are not taught to handshake anymore. They usually dead fish it. My mom taught me how to handshake.
Oh, the dead fish is like the limp, like, ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my mom always said, like, when you go for jobs, you have to know how to handshake. And she's like, you gotta make sure that your arm is, like, rigid.
Yeah.
Fraud says, this is why we like Art. He's been hugging and shaking hands with the fandom since the Renaissance. Whoa!
Man, I'd be a lot more successful if I'd been around since the Renaissance. Wouldn't that be sad if you were immortal and you were poor? That's the Highlander we need to see.
Yeah,
because like totally like I just can't catch a break. You're immortal. You haven't figured anything out yet.
It's been 40,000 years. You didn't want to learn to read.
I can't see the master getting in this car and driving to work.
Because every immortal is always depicted as being like upper class and they're educated and they've been through things. But yeah, like what if they're just like the seedier parts of life?
Well, even if you were the dopiest guy, after a while you would probably learn some things, right?
Or would you?
Or maybe that would be the story.
That would be a great story, actually. Mike is roasting us. He says 45 math. Yes, it's 45. Fraud says do the cheesy drummer pose. We gotta vote for number 6.
Eric Carr. Wait a minute, you'd have to get a perm.
Oh man, that's true. I can't do that. The Schmear comment is from the movie The Birdcage.
Oh, okay.
I love Witchblade. There was a Witchblade anime. And Mighty Geek says, a firm handshake shows confidence. Yeah, I think that you bring up a valuable thing, though, Art, at the time that it should pass. Because it does get weird. And then it becomes competitive, like who's going to let go first.
Exactly, that's the thing. It's like, that's why I think it's some, like to some guys, it's like a macho, like I can break this guy. So it's like, if I keep engaged and he breaks off first, then I won.
I'm the dominant one now.
I made him uncomfortable. Yeah, you made me uncomfortable. This is weird.
Witchblade was cool when it was completely unrepentant about what it was. A babe in a metal bikini, leveling the sinister opposition. Identity politics killed it. Is there a current incarnation of Witchblade?
I don't know.
It's been a while. I don't know, I liked that it was like a weird organic, like... It was pretty cool. She had like that gauntlet. Let's see. What else you guys are talking about?
In the TV show, it was just a bracelet, but in the comic, it just manifested from her, right?
I think in the comic it just came from her body, but I think maybe it did look like a bracelet when it was like dormant, because I remember it spread out into like a glove first, like it went up her arm.
Yeah, it's like a gauntlet, but I don't think it's a bracelet.
James says there was one. It was bad. The live action one?
I think it might be talking about the anime or whatever.
The anime was kind of cool though, because I remember there was back when New Type magazine was around, they had a special where they had do you remember New Type magazine art? It was like an anime magazine. It was always in big plastic at like the bookstores.
Was it in Japanese?
It wasn't, but it was like it had Japanese like writing on some of it.
I may have some of those. Yeah.
It was they used to have this cool thing in the back where they had Photoshop tutorials of how to do stuff, which I thought was cool. And then they had they would always have like an anime they were featuring in the magazine, and then in the back of the magazine it was like a mini art book because it was printed like large size, but
it was magazine size, right?
Yeah, but it was wide. It was like wider than a standard magazine. And
I might have some.
They're pretty cool because like whatever anime they were featuring, they'd have like character turnarounds and like set pieces and stuff in the back from that particular anime. And I remember they had one for the Witchblade thing, and the villain looks so cool. Because I remember I used to have they had a fold out poster of the villain, and I had it on my wall before I became self-conscious about it. But her eyes were all blacked out. It was pretty cool. James says, there was an attempt at a new comic. It was roundly roasted on YouTube. Oh, okay, that was the one you're saying was bad. Serious question. The Oodles book says ready by May 2019. Is this just because of the black and white tier dates? Yes, it is.
Yeah, they're going to go out every month. So at the end of the month, we're going to pack whatever orders we have up, and they're going to ship out at that point. The only reason we were kind of locked into times the way the Indiegogo site works, so we were kind of locked into those black and white dates. So that's why those exist. So every month, well, just whatever orders we have, they will go out. So a month from now, all these orders should be fulfilled. And my wife is really good at this stuff. She usually puts these she takes care of the shipping and the packing and all those details, and so she's really, really good at getting these things out. So you guys should get these books. The ones that are being ordered now, you should get them a month from now.
Yes, definitely. Pamela's got her stuff together with that. She's very good. I'm gonna show you guys. Let's check in again on the campaign here, and maybe we'll look back at the prints again. All right, we've gone up.
Yee-hoo!
51,372.
Yeah, thanks guys. Awesome.
Thank you guys so much. Yeah, again, this is a very limited run of books. As you can see, each of the tiers is limited, and it's just because we have what we have, and when they're gone, they're gone. So I'm going to show you guys...
Forever?
Possibly. At this time, yes. This incarnation of the book,
It's hard to say that, huh? Because you always want... we work so hard on it. We want to be able to do something else with it, but yeah.
We just got a super chat from F Google, which means that we need to do a preview.
Don't go to the camera yet. Don't go to the camera yet.
So remember, you guys, if you want another preview of the Oodles book, send over a super chat. He says, you are monetized. When are you going to have new auctions?
Oh, we don't do auctions. Mike does auctions.
That's good.
Should we do auctions as well?
Do you guys want us to do auctions? Because we have plenty of stuff we could do auctions for.
I have a whole table over there full of stuff that we could auction off.
I don't want to step on Mike's Friday Night Auctions, but there's a whole lot of stuff here.
Yeah, Mike S. Miller does Friday Night Auctions, and he auctions a lot of Comicsgate artist work off on that show there. And I believe this week he's not going to do it unless I heard wrong.
Fraud
But the-
says that's Mike Miller's hustle.
Yeah, exactly. So Blacklist Universe, not this week, but I believe the following week he'll be back for the auction. Okay, so this is the book, you guys. This is the 52-page art book, Oodles of Doodles and other stuff too. Other things. Oh gosh, I'm too excited. Okay, so we previewed this page, right?
That was the one we previewed, yeah.
Okay, so we got a super chat for this page. Oh, we were gonna.
Where's the paper we wrote on it?
Oh, we wrote on our paper. Okay, so I guess I should hide.
Oh, I just realized they're only going to see credits.
Maybe we'll give them both pages.
Yeah,
then.
maybe this time.
Okay, yeah. So this page is the credit page. So we give everybody their proper credit. Marvel, DC, everybody. And this is also to reiterate the fact that Taylor Grosso did the graphic work on this book.
And Art did all the beautiful artwork. 52 pages of artwork.
Oodles of Doodles. And other stuff as well. So yes, this is the first official page of the book.
One of the best Superman pieces ever.
So take it in. Was there a message with that super chat? Or
his message was, "You are monetized. When are you going to have new auctions?"
Oh, okay.
Again, that is Mike Miller's hustle. I think our auctions would be pretty high range because Art has been working in this industry for so long that if you check out the Art by T-Bear website and see some of the archive, a lot of those titles are pretty up there as far as comic book fame.
Yeah, they've been around for a while too. A lot of those pages are vintage pages.
It's pretty cool.
Yes.
I'll go back to Photoshop.
I've been doing this for a while. Yes. I almost
no,
did this.
There we go. You guys missed it when the camera turned away. He flipped the page.
She clicked out. Taylor clicked out just in time.
Dynamo says, "How did you get the rights to Inko back from the Dumont network?"
Should we do? I kind of had an idea for like a little bit more of an Inko. Nothing against Elizabeth. I hope she's still there. Elizabeth kicked ass and she did it very, very quickly. But should we put the camera on?
Yeah, let me switch over. Are you gonna do it right now?
I think so.
Here, I'll put.
Ooh, Taylor.
Wait, something's happening.
Pamela's bringing in the new numbers.
Are we gonna? Okay, let's go back to this. Let's go back to the.
Back to the wall.
Here we go.
It's a home run.
This makes me so nervous. Yes.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so awesome. So
Thank
Pamela,
you guys.
what do you have to say?
Woohoo!
Yeah, we'll do that. So
You guys are so cool. That's all I.
The crowd here, the chat is amazing.
I'll pull them up so you have reference, but this is what the chat is seeing.
Okay. So we were thinking a little bit more of like an inkwell design versus
Old school bottle.
Yeah, like an old school inkwell. This is really good. So I don't want to seem like I'm looking a gift horse in the mouth, because Elizabeth did an amazing job. What's her social media? Do we still have that?
Sure. I know that her YouTube handle is D Geek Studios, and I think Elizabeth Duarte. I'm trying to think of what her actual art page is, but you can find her at D Geek Studios on here. Hey, the chat. I mean, Duraken is here. Hi, Draken. And Mighty Geek Studio says you should do a book starring Inko.
We may. I want to do a little animatic because I can do those easy in Photoshop. Just something simple where he's kind of like moving up and down.
I can totally edit it to make it look like old school film. You know, like the dot greens and stuff appearing.
Yeah.
How about if you move his arm so it looks like he's pulling the cork out?
The cork.
That's full in animation.
Oh. What do I know?
If we make 200K, that would be cool.
I don't know, little things starting to look phallic-y.
Don't feel self-conscious, just power through.
Just power through, do it. Okay, and so, I don't know if you can see this, but see, the only problem, like what she has is good because the arms, because then the arms would have to be a little extra long because they have to come out of the neck here.
That's right.
So let me see, I want to keep her gesture going because I like the way the arm is
And the hands on the hip here.
Dynamo says, I don't think this style of character is going to help art with the artwork in the original Fleischer Superman shorts jokes.
I love that stuff, though.
It's pretty awesome.
I love her work on kids' books.
Oh, Elizabeth? Yeah.
Yes.
Her social media. Did we have her social media? Or...
All I have is her YouTube, which is D Geek Art. But if you're here, Elizabeth, feel free to shout out your social media for people interested. She appeared on an episode of the Portfolio Reviews as well. I don't know how far back it is, but if you guys go back there, you can see some of her work for a kid's book.
Yeah, I think her design is the best. This is getting weird.
Frode says, Steamboat Inko.
Steamboat Inko. Yeah, I think with the face, she did the best. Yeah. Sometimes I always just try to overthink things.
I want to draw an incarnation of Inko with the Groucho Marx nose.
With the giant nose?
Yeah, the nose and mustache combo.
Inko! Hi, I'm Inko.
I don't know, the chat likes it. Mighty Geek Studio says, I like it.
The reason I wanted to, well...
Draken says that looks like a female version of Inko. It's the curves.
It's the curves. Inko's curvy. And put Nibbo in his hand.
Fraud says, ha cha cha cha.
There's Nibbo.
The bottle looks like a dress, says Draken.
It does. Yeah, and then the arms have to be a little extra long because of the hips. This would be like the female Inko.
Inka.
This is Inko's girlfriend, Inka. Ooh, we just have a new character. We just expanded this world.
Deepest lore.
I got the worst marker in my marker set. It's like it's all falling
It's
apart.
all dry.
It's all dry.
I like it though, 'cause the sound effect.
Inko!
I could have handed you a better one.
Hi, I'm Inko.
I think Inko needs more of a white out bottle, slim body design. Don't body shame Inko.
Yeah. You know what? Elizabeth's original design is the best.
Dynamo says, this is better than Mike's new character, Dongo.
Mike's got a character, Dongo?
I think he's joking because of the Ethan debacle.
Oh. Little plunger top. If you could make the plunger top look like a hat.
Oh, it's cute.
Hi,
It totally reminds me of something from Schoolhouse Rock.
I'm Inko.
Well, Mike's new character is completely subliminal, says James.
So that's Inko. Wait, I gotta.
There we go.
Okay.
You should put this on Friday Night Auctions.
There's Inko. Nah, I think Elizabeth nailed Inko.
I'm just a bottle of ink, a bottle of ink. I'm here to make your comic book stink. says Rod.
That's what Inko would do. So we have this again. What is Inko's? We got to come up with a catchphrase.
I thought it was, that's the big idea.
That's a big idea.
Yeah, that's it. That's a big idea. So this is the book, you guys. Should we start thinking about wrapping this?
Yeah, let's do a final look at the campaign, though. Let's get in here. The magical world of Oodles. All right, let's see. $51,415. Thank you, guys.
Did it go up?
I couldn't tell because I didn't remember the last number. But yes.
Yes, it did go up.
Well, we sold 30 already out of the main books. Again, this is a small run, so get them before they sell out.
Well, wait, let's do... Okay, so we sold 30 and then go to the other tiers.
All right, we got 30 of those. One of the print packages A, which I'll go over the print packages before we go.
So that's
as well.
30. That's 30 total there. 31.
Okay, and then we got...
32, 33.
And then 2 people got the black and white bundle.
34.
which is, of course, the copy of Oodles and Black and White, which will ship together. And then we got, somebody bought one of the head sketches. And then the commission is still available.
So we've sold like, well, that's 35 out of 200, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so that's quite a bit.
They're going. And you guys got the patch today, so congratulations.
Yes, congrats to everyone.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we are on Cloud 9. Thank you guys for the support. And was there anything else other than I do want to get the plug in for Kiss Corner because not this week, right?
Yeah.
But next Friday.
Next Friday is when I guess I'll do the Kiss makeup. It looks like Peter's in the lead.
Wait, if there's any last minute numbers.
No, you guys can keep commenting. If you are watching this on the non-live viewing of this stream, be sure to tell us in the comments.
Ooh,
we got because we do go back and read the comments. So after the initial video is over, feel free to leave a comment in the not live versus video. We still read it. We still pay attention.
Yeah, that's cool. But what would be the deadline? This Friday?
This Friday, let's say.
Okay, so this Friday is the deadline. So once again, 1 is Paul, 2 is Gene, 3 is Ace, 4 is Peter, which is out in the lead. 5, for some reason, Taylor brought up Vinnie Vincent. 6 is Eric Carr.
If you ever doubted my self-loathing, I brought up Vinnie Vincent.
And 7 is Inko. You get the Groucho Marx at some novelty shop. And
look, I'm Inko.
You gotta do the Inko voice.
I can't do that Inko voice.
Hi, I'm Inko.
It's very old school Mickey Mouse when Walt did it.
Yeah.
So you guys let me know which Kiss member you want me to do the makeup for. We'll do it next Friday. And this Friday we're going to do Kiss Corner, of course, and we'll be talking about the second album and
a review. So we're going to do a round robin review of all 4 of us and how we feel about the strengths and the well, I guess the pluses and minuses of the album. Usually, the cool thing about Scott Palacios is he is a musical engineer. That's his trade. So he works in the studio with music and the technical aspects. So he usually has some very cool insight on the way these albums are produced. Taylor and I usually just have the dirt on the gossipy aspects of these things. Yeah, so it's always fun to hear what Scott has to say about these albums and the production, and he knows a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So yeah, we're gonna do that. What else? We usually do 2 things, right? So what was the other thing?
Oh gosh, we were probably gonna talk more. Oh well, we have current Kiss drama we'll bring up.
Oh yeah, we do a Kisstory this day in Kisstory. Little articles, right, that you read.
Yeah, so make sure to go back, watch the old Kiss Corner. I think the last 2 have been pretty cool. All of them are very cool, but we stepped up our tech. So
we have an intro.
We do. We have an intro now, and don't forget to help us promote Oodles of Doodles and other stuff too, because you guys are our greatest asset when you come to this. You're our pals. So don't forget to spread the word that Oodles is live now and that people can get their copies.
Yeah, you're like our producers, so you're the ones that support and take care of the more financial aspects of this, so we can create these properties for you and entertain you with our stories and the different properties that we not only have done already, but that we have plans on doing in the future. So I appreciate this. Thank you guys so much. We really want to stay in this create your own haven that you have helped create for us, and with your support we will be able to do that. So you've proven it today. In a few short hours we've gotten a great start on Oodles of Doodles and other stuff too. My art book, 35 years of artwork compiled in 52 pages. How's that even possible?
And it's a large size art book too.
Yeah, this is a coffee table hardcover with a dust jacket on it, and I'm very, very proud of this book. And Taylor did a great job, a tremendous job of putting this all together graphically. So, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. It was an awesome thing to work on. We're very proud of this, and you guys are going to love having it in your collection.
And like we said before,
at the end of the month or a month from now, we will be shipping these books out to you. So there will not be a delay since the books are already done and being warehoused right now. And it's kind of this is, one, it's going to help keep the lights on at Hack Shack Studios, which is amazing to get us a little bit more time to finish up Black and White. But also, it's going to make room in our storage area for these Black and White books.
That's true.
And all the packing material and everything else that we are going to have to make room for. So, yeah, so this is actually working out pretty good. So thank you guys. And if you haven't subscribed to our newsletter, please do. Is that link in there?
It is. You can find all the links in the description, including the link, that was Freudian, the link where you can get Oodles.
Did somebody mention ink?
Get out of here, Inko. It's not the time.
Oh, stop it.
You can find the links to all of Art's social media. You can find the link to the Indiegogo where you can get Black and White. You can, of course, get Oodles. You can join the newsletter. And you can submit your artwork if you'd like to be a part of the portfolio reviews.
Yes. And you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in, being part of this chat. You are the only reason we're here. So without you, we could not make all this stuff happen. So I know I keep saying thank you, and I have, and I'm going to continue doing so. But I am so grateful to you guys for making all this stuff happen. So go out, have a wonderful day, and I wanted to bring this up. Are you still game to go out and see Battle Angel Alita tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm down for sure.
Okay. So Amanda wants to hang out too. So my daughter Amanda wants to hang out too. So what we're going to do, can we do this technically? Can we videotape some of live remote?
We can try to live stream. I think we'd have to go to the Taco Bell or something beforehand.
To see if they have...
Because I know for a fact that the Wi-Fi at the Harkins or the theater that we might go to is really, really bad. So we'd probably have to do a live, okay, we're about to go see the movie and then go and then talk about it after.
Because what I was thinking is if we could just do some setup, right? Like some video, live video.
Yeah.
And then come back after the movie and then get an honest reaction, right? But just a quick reaction, not like an in-depth one. You know what I mean? Just yay or nay kind of thing.
A quick touch upon what we saw.
Just a quick. And then we can come back to the studio here, Hack Shack Studios, and then just do a full-on in-depth review.
Yes,
what do you think?
I think we can do that, and we will do that tomorrow.
And
for sure.
And you know what else, Taylor? This will be our celebratory. We have been in the studio for too long. This will be a nice getaway for us. So it'll be just a nice getaway. And Amanda's looking forward to the movie as well, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm down. That'd be awesome.
Okay, so we'll do that tomorrow. So you guys have that to look forward to as well.
Join us tomorrow for our live remote talking about Battle Angel Alita. And don't forget to back Oodles.
Yes. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.